D, wait for it, light bulb.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
Arr, nerds! So, in case you haven't seen the title, this is going to be a ranking for the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Now, I just have to say, I'm not really like the hugest fan of these movies, but I did like them overall just because they're fun and everything, and Johnny Depp does a good job as Captain Jack Sparrow. But for this, we're just going to go over each movie as far as plot-wise. We're not going to do it like by characters. I will mention characters in there because there are good things to talk about on them. But we're just going to rank them, and hopefully, maybe you'll agree, maybe you won't, but we'll talk about that in just a second. So coming in at number 5 is Dead Men Have No Tails. Now, I didn't like this movie. I thought that this was the weakest one out of all of them, just because, like, first off, nobody cares about the kids of these pirates. At least I don't, and I just, I felt like this was just a huge waste of time. I don't think that it was just. Plus, it was just a weird movie and everything. I don't think they used Javier Bardem that great. I felt like. It was just all so weird. I mean, you've got this witch that basically is like, useless, and it was just not that. That was the weakest one in my opinion, and I feel like going forward, maybe they shouldn't make any more of these movies because, I mean, I know they ended on a cliffhanger with possibility of Davy Jones coming back or whatnot, and Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley, but I have to be honest, I'm not in the mood to see any more of these movies, so I hope it kind of goes away. So then coming in at number 4 is At World's End. Now, I have to be honest with you, when it came to the original trilogy, I wish they would have just stopped because they went in a direction that was totally weird. They first said that, when they first started out, they said that this was Keira Knightley's character. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. This was her character's story arc. It was all about her. And then, they did the movie, and everybody loved Captain Jack Sparrow. They loved him and everything. I think he was only supposed to be in that first movie, but don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure. But so it was just so everybody loved Captain Jack Sparrow, and Johnny Depp did a great job in portraying that character. But then the next two movies, I felt like veered away from Keira Knightley's character and Orlando Bloom's character as far as the main characters and her story, because it being her story was just a weird thing after that first movie because nobody cared about her. She was probably the lamest character, in my opinion, out of the three main people. So, I just think that, and plus this one wasn't that great. It had a weird ending. I mean, you got the big, tall sea lady with crabs coming out of her or whatnot, and you got Captain Jack Sparrow stuck in like limbo, or it was just weird. It's just a weird movie. And then so coming in at number 3 is Dead Man's Chest. Now this was the first, the second, or the first sequel to the movies, and the second movie in the trilogy. But I just. Yeah, I mean, I thought it would be good, and there are certain things that I liked about it. I loved the character Tia Dama. I loved her character in this movie, not in the At World's End. But I loved her character in this movie. I thought she was so nuanced, and the way the actress played her, she was very Bayou kind of voodoo witchish like, and I really liked that a lot. I didn't like the ending and how they took that. I don't like when you split a movie in two and you have part 1, part 2, and that's basically how this was. I say have a start and then have an ending. Don't cut it off in the middle and be like, hey, we're gonna make another movie to make more money off of you people. So then coming in at number 2 is On Stranger Tides. Now, I didn't really care for this movie as a whole, but there were certain things that I liked about it. First off, my favorite thing was Penelope Cruz. She was my favorite. I love Penelope Cruz. I love her accent. She's very beautiful. She's so hot and everything. I don't know what she's doing, but I swear she's getting hotter with age. But, and I liked her character, the pirate that she played. I liked her character a lot. Another thing that I liked was that they had mermaids in this movie. I like mermaids. They're pretty cool, but I didn't, they were creepy and everything, and it felt like there was no way anyone on land could defeat the mermaids. I mean, they literally took down a whole ship by themselves, and with that kind of thing, I go, you know, you gotta have some kind of weakness. The only weakness you had was just throwing a barrel and blowing it up, and they just like scurried away. And I'm all like, oh, that's lame. Lamos Stamos. But I did like this one a lot better than the last three. And I also like the whole cup thing where you drink from it and you get like, you know, you don't die or whatnot. That was pretty nice. I like that a lot. So coming in at number 1, if you didn't guess it, you should have, is of course Curse of the Black Pearl. And this is the movie that started it all. I think that this movie, when it came out, a lot of people were laughing at it, you know, kind of scoffing at it, that it wouldn't be that great. But then at the end of the day, it ended up being so good. I mean, like, the movie was fun. I liked how it had a beginning, middle, and end. It had a great story, even though they took it in a weird place after this movie. I thought that this movie is definitely the strongest out of all of them, and I think that it's so good. And I love the fact that they took a ride and made a movie out of it. So good, so good. So tell me, what do you guys think about my ranking for Pirates of the Caribbean? Do you agree with it? Do you not agree with it? If so, go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!
Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, join me every Thursday where you can check out ranks and reviews, videos just like this.